Now, if this happens, it's going to be a needle issue, because you can see quite easily that stitches are forming, that they're forming on the edge, and that I've got good loops at the front and the back. So there is got to be not a tension issue, it's not a differential feed issue, it's definitely a needle issue. So I'm going to take the needles out, and then we're going to lay them on the side here. That one's sitting nice and flat along the table. And then we've got one which is clearly bent. And if I get a piece of card, you can see that slips under quite easily. Okay, so there's your issue. It's the needle. And that was on the right hand side. That's on the left. And if you look, so the left needle is catching it, but the right hand side isn't. And I'm just going to replace them with a regular size 80. And there we are, back to stitching good as new again. Here the stitches are skipping again. Now on this overlocker, the stitches are skipping and the tension's a little bit off our thread. Now the needles are slightly behind the looper, so I'm just going to bring them, turn the hand wheel all the way around. I'm going to bring them back up, and then I'm just going to thread these needles up. Well, once we've got those needles, then I'm going to pull them underneath the foot and then push them to the back. And I've got a beautiful overlock, perfect tension, perfect everything. There's that extra thread. I'm going to switch the machine off, and we're going to identify where this thread's coming from. So I'm just going to lift up so you can see which thread is coming through, and you can see immediately that it's coming from the left needle. Why is that happening? Well, what happened is when I threaded up the machine, I actually created half a chain when I moved the loopers all the way down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up the press foot, and I'm going to turn the hand wheel a couple of times. And lifting up the presser foot has released the tension on these discs. So I've got 6 threads being formed. Straighten them all out so there's no chain, and I'm going to cut those away. I'm going to pull on each of these threads. So I'm going to pull each thread, and you can see there that one of the threads is actually the loop. So it created 2 of those threads for me. What I need to do is just swipe underneath to separate all the threads. Now I can see that happening, so I'm going to remove the foot so that you can see that happening. So it's important to make sure the machine is switched off so you don't have any accidents. And then just pull all the chains and pull all the threads so that they're separate again, like that. I'll put the foot back on. I'm just going to pull these threads out of the way before I pull them back out of the way again. And now we're back to 4 threads. Let me show you the result. And we're back to sewing a single chain rather than a chain with a loose thread. Another problem. Now on this occasion, the tension just looks really weak on the back, so I'm not creating that line that sits on the edge of my fabric. It's actually being pulled all the way to the front, and the reason is it's the back tension is just too loose that the front tension, which is the top tension, the upper looper, The upper looper is pulling the lower looper all the way around. The lower looper has practically no tension to it. And if I follow the guides, I'll follow it all the way down, all the way round. I follow the looper all the way round. Everything is set into place fully. Again, this is a really easy problem. All I need to do is I'm just going to grab my pencil and I'm going to just check that the tension on the tension spring is applied. And this thread came out far too easily, which means the thread isn't in the tension disc properly. So if I grab the thread from the top and underneath, just give it a good pull and pull it towards the back into the tension discs. I'm going to just tighten it up there, make sure it's not caught anywhere else, like that. And we'll give it another go. And our tension is perfect. Pull out one of the threads, just like that, and just leave it hanging on the side. You'll see that there is a tension issue, and you can see it's the needle because the needle threads are looping up. So you know that there's an issue with the needle thread. So what you need to do is just follow the guide, the threads, and just find out where the problem lies. And quite often it's just the tension discs, and you just need to make sure that you're feeding the tension, the threads into tension dials properly. And all I do is yank it like that. Now, the other problem with the tension on this machine, the machine not being clean, but if you're not going to clean your machine, things get tangled up into the fluff, into all the dust, and the dust soaks up all the oil and drying the machine up. So that's not really efficient use of the oil. So it can become costly.